Greetings, legends! There's a bunch of all-new stuff coming in this update. First, there's a collaboration with Warhammer 40k, featuring ships and commanders from the Imperium and Chaos. Then we're getting geared up for the 4th of July celebrations, with early access to a pair of American light cruisers, the Lone Veteran campaign, and a new Bureau project. Let's check it out. Fight for Chaos or the Imperium on the high seas. 2 new unique commanders and premium ships will be available throughout the update. The commanders, Justinian Lyons the 13th and Arthur's Rockthar the Cold, have unique inspirations and skills that will help you in battle. The 2 premium ships are like 2 sides of the same universe. They are the Tier 6 battleship Ignis Purgatio and Ragnarok. Don't miss out. To start off the 4th of July fireworks, the US light cruiser line is arriving in early access. You'll be able to take command of the Dallas and Helena, both fitting in as glass cannons with limited armor protection, but awesome damage potential, especially when starting fires on enemy ships. The new Lone Veteran campaign follows up the US light cruisers. This campaign features Wichita as the main prize, an experimental American heavy cruiser that saw extensive service and even jeweled the Jean Bart. Wichita is a powerful Tier 7 cruiser with quick-firing 8-inch guns and enough armor to stay in the fight. Last but certainly not least for the 4th of July, we have a new Bureau project. Now that you have the hang of using the Bureau, you can use it to start unlocking the California, a Tier 5 premium battleship with all-American characteristics. Excellent firepower and extremely thick armor protection. On your way through the project, you will earn permanent camos for your US ships as well. Get ready for an event-packed update, Captains, and turn the tide.
Savage, merciless, and battle-hardened. We are the destroyers of worlds. Chaos conquers all. He believes his foe. God will grant him victory. Let him believe what he wants. We have the warships that are matchless, and we have the Emperor's blessings. The Imperium is a weak old man, ready and waiting to be broken and torn asunder by us. Whilst we draw breath, we stand. Whilst we stand, we fight. Whilst we fight, we prevail. Nothing shall stand against the Emperor's wrath. Our foes know well that big guns never tire. I, Justinian Lyons the 13th, will lead Ignis Purgatio to victory. Hear this. What will come to pass is no longer a war. It is the endless sacrifice in his name. Blood for the Blood God, and let the galaxy burn. I, Arthur's Rockthar the Cold, will bring skulls for the Skull Throne.
Throughout this update, you can get a bunch of Warhammer 40,000 themed items in the premium shop. Will you fight for the Emperor, or will you spill more blood for the Blood God? 2 special ships with distinctive themed camouflage patterns are yours to command: Ragnarok and Ignis Purgatio. Every ship needs a commander, a valiant naval officer of pious military lineage, Justinian Lyons the 13th, and an aspiring champion of Khorne, Arthas Rockthar the Cold. are ready to take the helms of the Warhammer 40,000 themed ships. They have unique abilities and inspirations to bring to battle, as well as their own voiceover that we're sure all Warhammer 40,000 fans will enjoy. By opening Warhammer 40,000 containers, you can obtain the commanders, the Tier 6 premium ships Ragnarok and Ignis Purgatio, and even more awesome stuff. There will also be a pair of faction bundles to immediately enrich your ship collection and gain glory. Dedicate yourself to the Emperor or Chaos with one of these bundles and get the special faction ship, commander, flag, and camos.
Glory to the Emperor! Show me what passes for fury amongst your misbegotten kind! Death to the false Emperor! Blood for the Blood God! Skulls for the Skull Throne!
Hello and welcome everyone to World of Warships Legends stream together with me, TKane, and we have a bunch of special guests today and something different. Normally this is a particular update stream, but today we have a lot of guests. Introducing the first one, your beloved TheSailingRobin.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome. As Christian said, it's not going to be a stream that you guys are used to. There will be familiar faces, but we have someone that I don't think you've heard of previously.
Yeah, I will quickly go to that. We also have our beautiful Oleg, of course, here as our special guest, and Kirill Peskov, our development director. Say hello to everyone.
Hey guys, nice to be here.
And I hope everybody can hear you.
Do we know?
I need to hear you guys.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. If I just hope that everybody in the stream can hear them. Please, if you don't, please just tell me. And Phil wins the beard competition.
I expect my prizes.
So, as we said, this is not going to be the typical update stream. We're going to showcase, of course, a few things. Robin is going to be the one today that shows his gameplay, and while they are going to battle, Kirill will answer a lot of questions that you guys asked us on Reddit. So, but first, Kirill, talk a little bit about yourself.
Hey everybody. So first of all, I want to say thank you to all of you who play our game, and for all of you who gives us a lot of and tons of feedback. It's very useful for us, and we're really grateful to have both you guys and the feedback as well. About me, so I'm working in the ships for last 5 years. I started in PC team, and then when the console development started, it turned out that I had an honor to become a project lead of this super nice game for the console market, and yet here we are. Besides of me, there are 60 people working here in St. Pete to develop the game, to test the game, and to deliver the game to you guys. That's simple.
That's good. Quick note to the chat. We will take questions of you into consideration that fit to the topic, because we have a bunch of questions collected and we wanted to go over them first. So having said that, I will switch to the gameplay at the same time, and then we will continue with the question for Kirill, and I think we will jump in with the most important questions directly. I will just quickly check.
I believe what we could do is have a short update overview of what's new, showcase the new ships that are coming, showcase the new bureau, and once we're done with that, launch a battle and then start harassing Kirill with all the questions you guys have been collecting. But I think first of all we should do a short update overview just to catch up with people who hasn't I mean, the update trailer was pretty straightforward, but if people are coming in late or haven't seen what was new, I'll just make a quick overview
Yeah, you can go through. Your gameplay is being on
Alright,
display. Just go ahead.
By order of, I don't want to say importance, but by order of magnitude, we currently have a new campaign, which is the Lone Veteran, which featured a Tier 7 heavy cruiser American Wichita. So it's a 5.
The Long Veteran?
The Lone Veteran? Have I said the Long Veteran? No, it's the
long veteran.
The Lone Veteran. 5 weeks,
She's not that
95
long.
levels, a ship in the end. This time compared to the Yudachi campaign, you will have to complete your weekly Havocs within their own weeks. We don't have the catch-up mechanic anymore, but we have hard mode parts, which allows you to finish the campaign 1 week earlier. These are details if you wish to do it. They're not at all obligatory, but
pay attention,
if you
however.
want to... Yeah, exactly.
Those hard mode tasks require you to finish the weekly task first.
Yeah. So basically, you have the normal Havocs. If you complete the Havocs first, then you have access to the hard Havocs that allows you to finish the campaign 1 week earlier, but are not non-obligatory, essentially. New campaign as per usual with our updates, I would say. And we also have a new Bureau project that is featuring California along with a bunch of other stuff. So it's not a legendary project, meaning that it will be overall shorter in length to research. But if we activate it and have a look, it's basically a bunch of segments, and each one of these segments are going to give you permanent camouflages for US cruisers and the Iowa as well. Yeah. So new campaign, new bureau, and in early access we also have 2 new ships coming in. We have Dallas and Helena, which are going to be part of a light cruiser split of the US cruiser branch. So Tier 7 will be Cleveland, not available in this update as usual as well. We're keeping the Tier 7 for next update. But you can get Dallas and Helena via crates, and they are light cruisers. You can test them as soon as now, essentially.
Important to say, this project does not have any time restriction, so you can wait 3 months, complete your legendary projects, and then jump in. It will not go away. So
it's not going anywhere. Essentially, it's here to stay. And after all this new addition, we also have the Warhammer 40k contribution. Will we be able to play it Ragnarok or the Ignis Purgatio during the stream, you reckon, Phil?
Definitely.
All right, well, here we go. This might be a bit of our mid-stream gameplay. So very quick, very succinct, but there will be plenty of publication, trailers, and so on that you guys will be able to watch if you want more details, and of course our patch notes, which I will promptly link in a second.
Yeah, we will. Maybe some of our moderators can jump in and share them in the Twitch chat, and we will just share them to YouTube. Don't worry, we will share them, of course. And but having said that, and going over the additions and content additions in this latest update, let's start with the questions. Kirill, are you ready?
Yeah, sure I am.
Very enthusiastic.
Enthusiasm, yeah. I would pump Kirill up, but social distancing, I cannot touch him.
Yeah, respect social distancing.
I mean, that's why.
Also, might be too strong for a human, so let's not risk it.
So, one of the most sought after question in the past weeks, especially with the introduction and the presentation for the new generation of consoles, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, what are the plans for the next-gen consoles?
We have plans to support those. Actually, work in progress, and the tech team has been working for a couple of months porting the game to the new generation. It takes a lot of efforts in terms of like engine porting, game logic porting, and new APIs usage. And every new platform does it a bit differently, so we need to do it twice for Xbox and for PlayStation. And so For sure, both platforms will be supported. Just to set the expectations correctly, first we will just port the game and we'll make sure it just works on the new hardware. And only then we will start implementing new shiny features like ray tracing, graphics improvements, and so on and so on. So first we port the game, we make sure it works, we make sure you guys can still play. If you have your account and you sell your PS4 by a PS5, you still can play, you have all of your belongings and so on and so forth. And only after we are sure that it works fine, we start working on the new render techniques, graphics, and whatsoever.
So basically, accounts will be ported towards PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, and the game will first be ported to the console, and then there will be the graphical improvement once everything is running. All right, that's and especially with this and the development itself, we received a lot the question of how the whole coronavirus affected the game development in general. Can you give us a little bit of insight of that?
It did affect, so significantly it slowed down the whole development process. First of all, we moved our team to home offices and just organized the virtual private networks for all the hardware they took with them and so on and so forth. But in the very simple and basic stuff, we saw that things are slowing down. First, for example, when you deploy a build on your dev kit, being here in the office, it takes you about 10 to 15 minutes. When you sit at home, depending on the connection speed, on the uplink from the office, it can take you about an hour and a half. Wow. And if you do it like 2-3 times a day, just calculate, and that's the lag you're getting. The same goes with the communications, because a lot of our development process is currently based on the person-to-person communication. Like, hey, come and look at my screen, any feedback, and so on and so on. And these procedures, like really simple things, became very, very long during the homework. Still, we adopted. First of all, we just tweaked some of the pipelines, and we can just record a video for some demo for really small features. We just started to think a bit different about the just moving your part of your job to another person, from dev to QA, and further, just to reduce the time waste on these stages. We learned how to release our updates from home, and version 2.3 was the first we fully released sitting at home. It was a bit of a challenge, it was a bit of a nightmare, but still here we are. And so it was hard. The next steps and the plan A is finally collect the team back in the office when we have all the regulations in place, when respecting all the epidemiologic situation and so on. But still, we really want to get everybody back in the office. Otherwise, that's the worst case scenario, but it will take us some time to adopt and just to rework our pipelines. What we will keep our schedule, and as you might know, we release our game like every 5 weeks. There can be shifts like 4 to 6, but every 5 weeks we release a new update, and we will keep this sequence till the end of the year. What we will play with is a scope, so we'd better reduce and postpone and cancel some features that are not good enough, or those features that can wait, but still keep the sequence and keep you entertained and updated every 5 weeks.
Okay, that's thank you for that answer. That was, I mean, us as the Prague team, we don't communicate that much directly with the development team. Our connection is Phil, so for us as well, we not always
it's
have
valuable
the
information.
insight.
Yeah,
But thank you.
I don't tell you guys stuff ever.
Yeah, never.
We kept in the dark
Like-
so much.
Yeah.
We are always
it's
in the
good
dark.
information. It
We're
really is.
always in the dark. All right. So going away from future development and the current situation on the general development, let's go on to the more game-focused, game mechanic-focused questions. With, of course, the most important or biggest elephant in the room. What is the current state on aircraft carrier and submarine? I mean, you know,
It has
Okay.
to come.
So,
Yeah.
we're looking carefully at the submarines on the PC. We're reading carefully the feedback and all the plans, and submarines will not come first. As you may notice, carriers will come and they will come first. I cannot give you like 100% promises at the moment. What I can tell, we will start working on them shortly. We will deliver them sooner or later, and it won't be like, okay guys, here's a bunch of new carriers, please grind. It will be more like a couple, maybe one, maybe couple, maybe few events like Yamato last New Year, when we have like production tests, when we get statistics, when we like see how it works on the real world, and then introduce the carriers as a full scope. But to be sure, it's a work in progress. Carriers will come first, no dates yet, and it will take us a couple of iterations to get them.
So, in short, let's say how the development goes. You will start working, or we will start working on them shortly, and then we will see how they develop.
We will start working on them shortly.
Okay. Okay.
First.
All right.
You'll do 80% of the stuff.
Yeah. So submarines, not in sight. Any?
Not yet.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we definitely cannot work on two simultaneous branches like carriers and submarines. So we need to choose what will come first, and carriers will.
Okay. So, looking at features that, especially historical features, a lot of players were asking for operations or scenarios, especially players that have experience on the PC with certain scenarios and operations being there already available. What are the plans on those? Like especially PvE operations?
I will probably upset most of the community. No plans for this year and at least for the half of the next year for operations like they were in PC. We probably will get back to this approach in different events, but as a dedicated game mode, not in the plans yet.
So something like Halloween mode, for example, is possible, but not the focused. Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you. All right.
Sorry to interrupt here. Phil, can you ready up so we can get some gameplay going?
Yeah, Phil,
And
you
we'll
need to ready
continue the Q&A.
I did.
Let's go.
All right.
All right.
So having talked about the different operations itself, let's talk about different game modes. Epicenter, arms race, especially, again, people that know this already from PC. Do we have any specific plans on additional modes, game modes?
We do have both of them, like different ranked scenarios and arms race in the backlog. So it means we will get there sooner or later. I assume sooner than later. So, but I cannot tell you the specific versions or specific time frames at the moment. So with the ranked battles is definitely like 1 versus 1, 3 versus 3 is definitely what we want to do. Current couple of issues still here that we would probably like to have 7 tiers ranked, but we can see in our statistics that's not so many players, not so many like in overall quantity do have 7 tiers to have the full ranked season, and same goes with the 3 versus 3 and 1 versus 1. So we'll get there. Arms race is one of the closest scenarios. We just need to prioritize this feature and to start working on it, but that will be the next game mode to introduce.
All right. Thank you. I think just to quickly jump in here, because I think we will hear this word very often today, the word backlog. Can you quickly explain to the community what the backlog is?
Backlog is a very interesting thing. So every idea, every issue, every feature goes to a big list of to-do items, and that is called the backlog. And then time to time we're just getting there, diving and picking up this or that feature. How we do it, and that is the most tricky part, because we have like tons and tons of the requests, and we have a lot of issues coming from like gameplay issues, not technical ones, but the gameplay and requests and so on. just getting from different directions from you guys. You combine the community request from Discord, from, I don't know, Reddit. Then we have a very full of ideas, a team full of ideas, and a lot of ideas come from inside of the team. And not to forget it, we put everything to the backlog. So every feature, every idea goes there, and then every month we dive there. Okay, here's the thing we need to implement, and let's prioritize it. And that is why we need to prioritize it, and that's how it works in the very simple basis.
I mean, it's generally you have a development plan for each update, which feature will have to be in the game, and then if development time is left, or if you have workload, a workload left, then you can decide what you can possibly take from the backlog to implement additionally.
Yeah, kind of. So we have features like Halloween on 1st April that are mandatory. We have a couple of, and they mean a lot. So we have events that are very nice to have. Maybe not must have, but nice to have. And then we have 60% of the backlog of the features that can be implemented or can be postponed. And that is our a bit shift that we can play around with.
I quickly have to jump in on one question that I see in Skype because someone is asking, when do we get 4K support for PlayStation? As far as I know, this was in YouTube. I'm sorry, not Skype, YouTube. As far as I know, this feature was postponed because it's just not. We are not comfortable with the performance the PlayStation has in 4K.
Yeah, to be honest, it was postponed not because of the PlayStation, because we were not able to optimize the performance to the required frame per second rate. So now it's still postponed because we and tech team and render team are mostly targeting and focusing on the next generation. So first we deal with next generation, have some optimization there, and then maybe, that's not a promise, we will get back to PS4 4K.
Okay, and now we come to a little bit of my favorite list. It's like a list of, you already saw it, I know. There is we received a lot of quality of life features that the community would like to see, and we compiled a list and asked Kirill to just answer it with if it is likely to be added or not, and we will just answer with a yes or no.
Okay,
I think is the easiest way of doing it. So, Armor Viewer, the feature.
Yes, definitely yes.
So there you have it. We cannot disclose any time yet, but there you have it. The development director itself said it. So, all right. Himself. Sorry, himself. A detailed post-battle results screen with the.
Yes, it will arrive.
Okay. A replay feature.
Most likely yes. But
most likely yes.
Likely yes.
A detailed statistics overview for the ships. It's like the profile that you see. All right. Okay.
It will.
Okay. The communication wheel options, more communication wheel options, ability to ping the map.
Yes, and I can be pretty specific here. So next update after the 2.4 will arrive in July, I believe. Yeah, end of July. And there will be the first iteration of quick command rework. There will be quick command wheel refactored. There will be some new commands. There will be anti-spam filter for quick commands, muting, and so on and so on. And the next iteration that will allow you to give a sector alert using the tactical map will arrive maybe a version, maybe 2 versions later.
Nice. Thank you.
You heard it here first.
Yes, you heard it here first. Exactly. Where are we now? Okay. I know that we already reworked the spawns last year, very early. But are there
a couple of times? Yes.
Yeah, a couple of times. But are there any further plans to improve spawns or change spawns?
We actually looking carefully at the statistics and on the data we collect. So looking at the data and making the decision after that.
I actually forgot one feature on the list.
Yeah, go ahead.
What about ship horns? Hong
Ship
Kong.
horns.
Yes.
End of July.
Oh yes. Okay.
It's
That's
a
the
part
first
of
time we hear this.
it's
Yes.
a part of the new command
That
wheel.
was a very
Yeah, that
yes.
will be a new command in the command book.
Oh, okay. I can imagine. Yeah, that was actually suggested a couple of times from the community to put that into the command wheel. Nice. All right. Another big topic besides or like problematic topics.
Don't go too big, Chris.
I will.
Keep it
he's here.
medium.
He cannot,
Medium rare.
He cannot leave. You know, he cannot run away. He's like.
I can literally carry him out.
I can.
I very well know the reason behind it. Especially, we need to be careful with balancing. But there are more concerns about the efficiency of secondary armaments from the community. That they are just nice fireworks. And
Phil just was killed. I'm sorry. Cannot tolerate this
Yeah,
level of.
Yeah. It's not about the secondaries at all. I just got owned.
Yeah, are there any improvements planned to the secondaries in the near future?
The short answer is yes. So the longer answer is, of course, we heard the request, and we're hearing a lot of requests to make secondaries at least useful, let's say. And there are a lot of options how to address it. The easiest way would be to put a dedicated button, like how it works in the PC.
Yeah.
The problem is, Phil, can you show the controller to the camera? So there are no much buttons left. And so we're thinking how to come up with the mechanic that will, on the one hand, allow not too hardcore player to use the secondaries in the good way, because it's either a complicated logic, because a lot of situations in battle may force you to use your secondaries in this direction, for example, together with your guns, or different direction if like half healthy destroyer comes and you just want to frighten it and put it away. So a lot of edge cases to consider. And the other thing, we just want to get it iterational and iterational. So currently, first iteration is being designed by our game design team. Then we will introduce it definitely by the end of the year. We'll collect some stats, we'll collect some data, and then see how to proceed with this problem. But yeah, we hear the problem. We are trying to solve the problem at the moment. First iteration will come by the end of the year.
Okay. Well, that's there you have it, chat. There you have it. We hear you. We hear you. We tell
Chris
you.
is just steaming out so much frustration.
No, it's like we tell you the last 3 months that we are working on it, and we hear you, and we need to bring our development director to the stream.
Just takes time.
Tell you the
guys.
same.
Takes time.
It takes time, you know. It's like just okay. With the latest introduced feature to the game, the burrow. What are your thoughts on the burrow? How do you like it? How do you feel is the burrow in the current state? And how was your impression that the community reacted to it? Like, what is your take on that?
So from the game perspective, Bureau works fine. Not perfectly, but really fine. It's a new mechanics that allow to distribute like any sort of the content. It can be high tier ships, it can be permaflages, it can be premium ships, whatever. And we will utilize this mechanic for this kind of approach for distribution, loot and stuff. On the other hand, the community perception seemed to be okay. Not like very, very happy, but more positive than we would expect it to be at the moment. And but the third thing here, we haven't got enough statistics yet. So it's a very new feature, and I can't think that anybody ever finished any of the projects by this moment. So what we need to wait is at least a couple of finished projects to make any assumptions and to verify our expectations versus the real production performance. Still, we have some plans, and for example, this version we've introduced patrons, and you can use your commanders. So these little tweaks will come just sooner or later. But first of all, we need to wait a little bit more, get some data, and then adjust our plans according to the feedback and to the statistics.
Okay.
The interesting thing about the commanders, we were planning to introduce them along with the feature start. One version before. The problem though was it was not too user-friendly, because when you need to put a commander at the patron, so you see the list, for example, I don't know, Dewey of 7th rank, and then you need to navigate all your way back to the commanders page, and then you need to find the appropriate commander. And in my case, when I did it the first time, I just forgot what the required rank. So that is why we decided to put it aside, to lock it for the first version, to have some shortcuts implementation, and only after it implement and post it to production.
So ease of use, essentially.
Yeah, ease of use and quality of life, and not to make players like have 8 to 10 clicks to assign commanders to a slot.
Yeah. So that was the reason why it was okay.
Yep.
Good.
Can I interject? Speaking of clicks,
please.
Booster conversion this year.
Oh yeah, booster conversion.
I hate you.
That is true. That's something we missed. Is there any plans for
not on the
press
plans.
X to doubt?
Again, new insights features in QA now, so it will come maybe in August, maybe in September-ish, but it's not that far. And that's not the all information about the booster conversion, but I will not tell you anything more.
There you're right.
I have one little question. I'm not sure if it already be asked because I was so focused on the gameplay. I'm sorry, but I see in the chat that will we ever have Mogami with an alternate armament of 155mm guns instead of the 203 she currently has?
Guys, you're killing me. You just want everything.
We
want every
everything,
single surprise to be
It's just
revealed.
kill here. Come on, guys. Stop
You
it.
can say that you have no answers. You
Yeah,
can say that you have no
we'll
answers.
definitely get it in any of the further battle passes, so it will arrive.
Okay. As a separate ship then.
Yeah, as a separate ship.
All right, understood.
Guys, we are like spoiling the content for the next
Is this-
8 months.
is this the
That's
Gamescom
enough for content spoil. I
2020?
think that's enough for one.
Yeah, this is Gamescom 2018 with the 2019 with the content.
We're compensating.
Yeah.
Right.
Overcompensate.
Overcompensating.
You should start another game, Phil.
What? I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Let me go Haley now. We had a very decent game with Dallas. I wasn't expecting it to be that good, to be fair. But
Okay,
we'll
I
take it.
see one thing in the chat, because people say Wargaming hates destroyers because
Wow.
we didn't implement any destroyers with legendary ships. I can just say yes, there will be legendary destroyers. Which
Oh,
one
yes.
you have to wait?
I thought you meant yes, we hate destroyers. You're first.
Yeah, of course.
We do have
who likes
destroyers in the game.
destroyers?
I don't
Like
like
seriously.
destroyers.
Who plays destroyers anyway?
Robin loves destroyers. Last I heard.
Shh.
God damn it.
Okay, so let's go away from these from the big topics a little bit and
Let's just go
talk
away
a little bit
for a month.
about the common nice to have features. What about weather or weather scenarios that inflict the gameplay, like typhoons, cyclones, where the visibility is reduced, something like that, or night maps?
Night maps most probably will arrive. Like weather effects, not planned at this moment.
I mean, considering
Okay.
we already sorry to interrupt here, but we already have night maps.
Yeah, we have
last
one.
game.
Yeah,
last
one.
game was
The-
literally the only one, the one of the
Yeah.
few, which is Trident. It's not night map; it's a night setting for already existing maps. So to some extent, it's already here.
Okay. I didn't know about the typhoon or the cyclones, but night maps is nice to know that there will be more coming. Okay. One topic we saw not that often, but it was from some player. Some people just wish that this would be an implementation. But Kirill, can you maybe explain why there is no tutorial for new players, or will we see some kind of that in the future? Because I bet there is a very good reason for that.
There is a reason.
The reason is there.
There is a reason, you know.
There's definitely a reason. So probably, well, okay, let's be honest. So every good tutorial is very expensive in terms of development. So if we could get it from PC, we probably would do it long time ago. But to produce a really, really strong tutorial will take a huge amount of resources and efforts. So now we're thinking of how to maybe do it not that expensive, maybe using some videos, maybe like combining videos and in-game tutorials, but at the moment there is no good way and not that expensive way to introduce it in Legends. So sorry guys, we're still designing how to do it in the best way.
May I add?
I mean, yeah.
Actually, there is quite a bit of research done among the other wargaming titles, and it just turns out that tutorials do not work that well. I mean, people
because they're just being skipped.
No,
either that. Yeah, I mean that's what the lab said in Orlando. But go ahead, you're the director. I'm just your bodyguard. Right now, I literally am.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, Phil's right. So it doesn't have a lot of effect on the new players, and the other reason for that is our games are, let's be honest, a bit of a hardcore. And if players are interested on the gameplay itself, they will
find a way.
They will find a way. And if they are not interested, tutorial will not make them be. So that's a tricky
I mean, the thing is, if people are interested, we always point out Discord, Reddit, and our social media channels, because we have a lot of people in the communities that try to help new players and willing to help. And that's why I always say, if people want to find information, we have our CCs as well that make information videos on commander builds, how to play a ship, how to position. So yeah, there are more reasons why there is no tutorial, but I think most of the people get the basic idea. All right,
cool.
Going back on the topic of development, and then some little bit more personal question. What was, in your opinion, the biggest challenge of working on crossplay between PlayStation and Xbox? You know, like, what was the biggest challenge for the team in terms of development?
First of all, we just didn't know how to do it. And that was a great learning curve. Okay, we talking.
I mean, we were the first wargaming title with crossplay.
Not actually the first. Blitz were first, but between the PC and the mobile platforms.
Yeah, but I mean console.
Yeah, for the console, we were the first title to take this pass, and we had a lot of like questions and a lot of communication with the platforms, because they have their policies, but policies can be like written in different way, and some parts were clear and some parts were not. So literally every step we got to the platform, to Microsoft and Sony, and saying, okay guys, can we implement this in that way? Why do you want to do it in this way, not this way? Because, and that explanation took us about and that dialogues took us about 3 months or so, just to agree on the details, on the implementation details. Yet the technical solution underneath was not that complicated. The complicated part is still down the road. Another spoiler: we are working on the cross-platform friend lists and cross-platform divisions. Again,
nice.
Traditionally, no commitments and no timeline. But
just like my dad. Sorry. No, really, he's a great man. Happy Father's Day.
Can we
getting back? So and more challenges will be there. So merging the friend lists and merging the divisions lists.
Can you maybe give us a hint on how long the cross-platform division friend list will take? Like roundabout?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. But we are working on it, so it will come at some point.
Yeah, just not because I just don't want to tell you. I don't know the exact timeline, because again, that's the thing that we're doing first in the wargaming. And it's literally hard to estimate how the development goes and when the next Phil is doing great in the next match as well.
He got chopped. I saw it on the screen.
And it's simple. I cannot tell the estimates and how the development will proceed. So no information yet.
Okay. So I think I have two questions that I can put together as one.
Go ahead.
The first question was directed at you with the intent of like looking back at the 15 months of the game in the development since early access. What would have you done differently? What would have you kept the same? And which ship personally would you like to see in Legends?
So the second one is really simple one. I'm a huge fan of the British light cruisers. So sooner or later, Minotaur will come to the Legends, and I will be very happy. So
Minotaur is coming to Legends.
It will. It will.
Okay, I think a lot of people in our chat that are British will be happy to hear that.
Yeah, that was my most playable ship in the PC version, so I'm really looking forward to see it in Legends as well. As to first questions, there are probably two answers here. First is philosophical. As the person responsible for every mistake on this project, so of course I would like to... Yeah, that's me. Of course I would like to don't have any of those. On the other hand, every mistake is a learning, is a lesson for us, and that makes team to develop and to improve. On the other hand, and getting back to real life, the project World of Warships Legends is doing pretty fine in terms of players, in terms of the community perception, in terms of different digital KPIs, and it literally means that we're doing more or less fine. And if we're doing more or less fine, that is a successful strategy, so it should be continued. So that's more realistic answer.
Okay. Another very important question to the especially core, hardcore, and core player base. What about the clan feature? Is this something that will be looked at once the cross-platform division or cross-platform plays is in the game, or is this something that we are already working on?
We didn't start yet, but we'll start shortly working on the clans. We just want to do it. So when we just introduced the game back in Gamescom, it was like 2018. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, we started discussing the clans feature back there. We want to have it easy to introduce. We want to have it easy to use for the players, not to go to any website and then type your clan and then just use your computer to join. So currently designing the best use cases and the best user scenarios, and we'll start implementation like maybe in a couple of months. Again, you've lost me. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yes, we can.
Yes.
yeah, we can. Yeah, no, it was just quickly,
When did you lose me?
No, we heard you.
10 seconds.
The video was just stuttering.
Okay.
Everything fine. We just hear.
Okay.
We heard you.
So clans will arrive. Clans are prioritized feature, and the development will start soon.
But no ETA.
No ETA.
All right. But we will inform the community, of course, once we know anything that will come from us then. So
Yeah, it will, of course, come like feature by feature, social interaction, clan battles, and it will take time to introduce every of those features, but sooner or later it will be there.
quickly going back to the question about the quick command and the chat change. Yeah, Phil, I want to use my hand to...
I'm ready to battle.
Yeah.
We can use our hands together sometime.
Yeah, so quickly going back to the quick command change and improvements, there was a lot of feedback from people saying if they have the national voiceovers, they don't understand the commands. Is there any plan to introduce some kind of quick command log chat box where these quick commands are being displayed for a certain amount of time?
July. It will arrive in July. So
It will arrive in July.
There will be a message box and keeping those quick commands in the log, and everybody can see.
That is good to hear. That is good to hear. And another feature with this, are there plans to display consumable on usage from friendly ships? You know, for example, if a Cleveland or a Baltimore is next to you using radar, is there maybe a small symbol over the ship that shows that this is being activated right now?
Not planned now. So the trick with such kind of requests, we getting less and less of screen space for the world and for your battle and for your ships, so putting more and more UI elements there. So we're just trying to keep the balance. So now we will introduce the battle log, and it will take some place as well. Then we'll see how it goes, and then move forward.
I just want to quickly point out that Robin had a 152 damage game, and it was a defeat.
Unfortunately, our team wasn't really with us. Oh, I'm the only one who got
really. Your division member wasn't
Robin,
with you.
Robin, how about get good, carry harder?
I need to carry harder. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, stream. All right.
By the way, chat, I'm sorry. Like, everybody's asking for Prince Blip. He's in the call since the beginning, but I completely forgot that he was there. I'm so sorry.
Oh wow,
it do be like that sometimes.
Such a good friend.
I saw his icon, but I didn't want to interrupt
Lane,
him.
take like 2 minutes to introduce yourself again for people who may not know you, because you've been on us for is the third stream now?
Third or fourth. So I am the American representative on the community team from the good old state of Missouri. I'm kind of the history guy. I write all the historical articles that you might have been seeing, and I do a lot of other text-related things for the game, as well as hanging out in the Discord. So that's kind of what I'm doing.
He also hangs up on Facebook and YouTube. So
I do.
So first, I need to remind someone that we don't answer any questions when specific ships are being released, because we will do that once they are done and we can announce them. This is more or less of the general development, and I think Kirill is more than happy to answer those questions. And having said that, I have one somewhat experimental question.
Is it going to be in Russian?
No, because it was asked from quite a lot of people, having the more streamlined tech tree of Legends. Is it possible that we see alternative lines in the future, like, for example, secondary battleship-focused USN line, or German battle cruiser, different Japanese tech trees? Is there anything that might come that PC doesn't have?
Of course, we'll have alternative lines. I'm not sure that it will do, like, we will still use the content from PC team. From what I said in the very, very beginning, the team is not that big, and that is why we are reusing the content. We can reorganize and rebalance those ships, but we just have to use the content, not to make production really expensive. So getting back to the question, yes, alternative lines will appear. Cannot tell you the exact sequence or the exact timeline, but yeah, that's something we're working on.
Well, USN Light Cruisers is the first one. You heard it here first.
There we go. Exactly. Yeah, but this is these are where most of the question that we've collected on Reddit.
I mean, there was a lot of them.
There were a lot of them. I think there is. This is mostly
get something
the same.
non-offensive from the chat.
Yeah, I'm. It's like a news presenter. Yeah, thank you, sir. That was my intention, because I'm not playing today, so I can focus fully on the chat interaction, and Robin can focus fully on the gameplay.
Offensive questions are okay as well. So,
sorry.
Offensive questions are okay as well. So,
offensive questions.
Okay. I think I will ask one of the questions that everybody in the chat would like to ask. Is there anything, Kirill, that you can announce what has not been announced yet for this year? So anything you can tell the community, you know? Like it's just a personal interest from me as well. So
Okay, Command Will and the next iteration. I already mentioned it. That will be the tactical map. What do you want me?
I have a vague question. Are there any new ship nations coming this year?
Yes.
Yes.
What? I'm so
Okay, how many? Like, you don't need to
Okay,
say
guys.
which ones, but how many can we expect?
There will be one new nation, there will be one alternative line, and there will be one full line of the new class.
Speculate away.
Speculate away,
I
guys.
think that's
Speculate away,
enough
yeah.
material for heavy speculation.
So, the thing is, we just made our life very hard because now everybody will ask us constantly. So, which one is coming? Which line can you expect? Which line was it again?
No, it's
I mean,
good.
Kirill was
You
already
guys-
pointing it out.
You guys
but-
need to have look.
You blame
guys
Phil for this
need
question,
to
so
keep a little bit
nothing
of,
to do
of-
with me.
of surprise. Like if we give you all the info, then first of all we kill the hype, and second of all, the next streams are gonna be like, well, you already know everything. See you guys. Bye bye.
Exactly.
I think for now, for anything content related,
Yeah.
I think we'll skip the questions for now. That's already enough news bomb for one sitting.
I have one personal question that I think I would interest Robin as much as me. Can we get a training room, please?
Chris, you don't need training though, do you?
Well, you know,
Robin.
as an ex-competitive player, I like training room because you can do things like tournaments, maybe.
When we get closer to more competitive modes, we will get the training room as well.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I
to
quote
be
you on
completely
that,
honest,
Kirill, from now on.
we in development team, we have training room, but we just shut it down before touching build anything anywhere else.
I can tell you that was a huge mistake because that was an information I was not having. So
No, it's just
there
not
was screenshots.
not good enough to show it away.
You cannot activate it on console anyway.
Yeah, you cannot. So it's too
yeah, okay.
developer friendly interface. Let's say that.
I get it now. I get it now. Yeah, well, John Harving on YouTube, custom matches. There was the question about training rooms. So sorry if you missed that, but
And
at
for-
some point, let me rephrase it. At some point, but no specific
Traditionally, no specific dates.
yeah, no specific dates. So 2021, 2022 can happen whenever.
And to answer a question from Twitch, will we get Des Moines? As much as I would like to have the ship in game, we can't say anything about that. It's open to imagination.
I mean, there are a couple of legendary ships that will come, but it's just not time yet to disclose them. Especially when I say legendary destroyer will come. So, guys,
The legendariest.
Legendarius destroyer.
The destroyerist. Legendariest destroyer.
Legendarius,
The destroyerist.
I like that.
That's not only about the keeping it in secret, but we still need to understand how the community consumes all these bureau projects. We can put literally, not maybe every version, but every second version we can put a new legendary ship. But will community be able to consume it? That is the big question. And then when you come and you have like 10 projects to research, you will be a bit frustrated, I believe.
Paralysis by choice is a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Phil, by the way, something we didn't talk about before the stream. What about if we ask the community if someone wants to do a whole transcript of this Q&A session? That we give him something special.
I mean, we will release a
Sure.
textual FAQ.
Yeah, like we have
Tomorrow.
we want to post all of these questions, of course, that we prepared from your Reddit posts, but all those that were just now picked up through the Twitch chat are not included right now.
You can add them.
If you want to go through, okay.
Yeah, I don't mind going through it. I mean, if the community wants to do it, feel free, guys. Let's work for us. But
exactly.
to be fair, so that we can also phrase it our way, not to overhype the community as well. Because I know you guys, if we let this into our hands, you'll literally say, like, this is confirmed, this is going to happen.
Promise.
This is, So,
2 days, yeah.
I would prefer if we come up with our own digest But you guys are fully free to make content out of this VOD and release the news whenever you want.
Kirill's running out of water, so
Yeah.
do you have any more questions?
Yeah, I mean, this was already a good session. I think we have one last question, and then we will let you.
Wait, let me guess. Do you like long walks along the beach? In the evening, in the sunset.
Of course.
In the evening, in the sunset in St. Petersburg in November. Of course I do.
Yes.
Do you see, chat, what we have to deal with?
I'm so sorry.
No, good. No, like one question that is pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
sorry for interruption. Phil now has a limitation of the words he can speak out loud during the day.
Yes, Kirill.
It's open now.
Kirill has the reins on my word limiter.
So I have one serious and one not serious question. Will there be any new weapons arriving in the future?
Weapons,
Nunchucks.
Yeah, like
nunchucks, missiles.
yeah.
Oh, God, please,
No.
Like I would go and beyond World War II in time scope.
So we're still keeping the setting and we're still keeping the time frame of the World War II, World War One.
Yeah, that's good. And the other one is: are there any plans in the future to nerf water?
Nerf water.
Nerf
Why would you
water.
nerf
Is it too flowy? Or
What's the
I
problem?
think it's
with
too
it?
wet. I believe the water is too wet.
Too wet.
Too
Too
Just a
overpowered.
little bit too wet.
let's
Yeah.
make it gel.
We need to dry it.
Oh wait, I forgot one of the most important questions. Oh, sorry, I completely missed it. I'm sorry. What do you think about the current state of Commanders and the development? And are there any adjustments or changes in the future?
Okay.
Thanks for reminding me, Twitch chat.
So Commanders is the good feature, good extra layer of meta gameplay that is available to the players. So mostly it fulfills the request and the expectation from the feature. Yet, and we're still finding a way how players can utilize Commander more and more, like patrons in the bureau and so on. Yet there are a couple of issues to be solved. First of them is legendary skills. So we can see that legendary skills are not legendary and not desirable enough, and that is what we're working on. And traditionally, no estimates and no promises, but there will be a legendary perks rework this year, and then we'll see how it is appreciated and consumed by the players. And there are a couple of more plans, but we need to get the data of how legendary work will show up.
Thank you.
That's a deep inhale.
Deep inhale.
Yeah, that was like, whew. Good that
Yeah,
this is over.
that's a very interesting feature and a very powerful one. Just need to find the best way how to use it and how to not to break the balance introducing the very powerful perks.
Yeah, I mean, any changes that can seem non-dramatic on the surface can literally put the game upside down.
Yeah, and when you have new commanders, new legendary skills multiplied by inspirations and all this bunch of stuff, you then have something weird in your random battles and a lot of feedback, let's say, from the community. So it's really we need to address it really carefully.
Probably no third inspiration slot in the foreseeable future.
No.
Well,
3.9 kilometer concealment kamikaze.
Sorry?
No, with a third inspiration slot. That would be spicy. No, all good. All right. Well, Kirill, thank you so much for your answers and your time, of course. And if to the community, I can only say, like, if you have any questions, feedback, I know that I know it personally that Kirill takes his time and goes through the feedback and gives us feedback that we can pass on to you. So if you have anything, you can always contact us on Reddit or Facebook or Discord and leave it there so we can forward it to our director. So,
but he visits those channels quite a bit.
Yes, he is actually like a lot of. I had this
Why, guys?
discussion-
Why?
Sometimes I receive news from Kirill about our community, which is failing at my job. Let's not get into it.
Yeah, well, I had last time a little conversation with our super test because there are people from the development and from the development team in the communities, especially on our Discord. So they read your feedback.
Yes.
Personally.
Sometimes it hurts.
Yeah, but
Phil.
of course, for his own sanity, we will not disclose his game attack. And his nickname.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Anywho, I want to say thank you to you guys because streams are not okay.
To you guys.
To you guys.
Just so you know, Chris and Robin and everyone are here. Sorry for that.
Usually I'm just watching the streams from that side of the TV, and it turns out that it's a hell of a job, so you're doing really great. Thank you for every stream and for next stream. And secondly, again, let's get back to what I started with. I want to say thank you to all the players of our game, because getting a feedback is better than not getting a feedback. It literally means that we have a players and we have a game, and you guys do care about it and provide your thoughts and your ideas. Thank you for this as well.
Thank you. No
You can be passionate at times, but we appreciate it too. Because
Thank you for your time Kirill, as well. That was a lot of good info, and I'm pretty sure the community is thankful for that too.
Yeah,
And
I just wait for the first one that posts the whole transcript on Reddit.
Okay, guys, thank you so much.
So
and I
thank
will
you,
leave now.
Kirill, and we will leave you now.
Okay, cheers.
Thank you. All right.
Damn.
That was
You guys have been treated.
yeah. Phil, are you
You
gonna
guys
stay
have
or
been
are you gonna
treated.
leave as well?
gentlemen, I'm gonna leave you to entertain the masses from now
Alright.
on, because you have
Alright.
Lane and you need to feature Lane,
Yeah.
and I need to
Alright.
do a couple of jobs still.
I need to be featured. Oh my!
Please,
Then-
please feature Lane.
Then you are the feature.
Yeah. Then I would say hear you tomorrow, right?
Yes, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Thanks everyone. Please,
problem.
please don't remember the no ETAs thing.
Yeah.
Please do. All right. Good luck.
All right.
Turn the tide.
Bye, Phil.
Take it easy, Phil. See you tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Now Lane is still here. I just need to enable his voice. There he is. So
There we
we are now in a different overview. I'm today not playing, so I can focus fully on you guys. It's the first time that we do this kind of stream. Please leave us feedback how you like it. Should we do it in the future? I mean, of course we can't do these development director FAQs or Q&A sessions every week, because at some point there would be just no information we can talk about because you already know everything. But once in a while, every 3, 4, 5 months, depending on what features we bring and based on the feedback you guys give us. Yeah, but please tell us how you like it. Why is Robin yellow? This is probably because of the extreme light that there is.
Could be.
And the camera, because we have 2 different cameras. If someone is to blame, then it's Mr. Conway, because he's setting up the camera. He probably did it on purpose, so blame Conway. This is the best stream ever. Do more like this. Well, I will write this down. Fun fact. I mean, it was planned in the past, but given the fact that our development team is really small and schedules are tight, I never really wanted to bother our director. I know that he is very active when it comes to giving us feedback on your guys' feedback. So every time we do our weekly or monthly feedbacks, we get like comments on when we can expect changes and so on. So I thought, like always, this is enough. But this idea of having a Q&A stream came actually from our publishing director, the person that you've never seen or heard from yet. So he was the one like, why are you not bringing Kirill to the stream. Like, and I was like, well, if we can, I do it. So that was basically in the last 2 weeks the decision, and then we started this Q&A post. And Robin, can you please hit?
I'm trying to get a Kraken here. Oh,
Sorry.
no worry, no worry. You were in a dire strait. I was just trying to help. I got into a very close encounter with Vladivostok, who put me down to 100 HP. So it was a little bit. It was a little bit tough.
I really wish to get infos about missions. SciTech, which missions do you mean? Because we post a breakdown on all our campaign missions.
Yeah, there's two publications that went live today that are quite important. The first one is going to be the campaign breakdown. Let me find you a link for you guys.
Info about missions like on PC. I don't know what you mean, to be honest.
Let me give you.
He already
posted.
posted.
Oh, well, Brilip is already here.
Yeah.
And we also have if you check out our subreddit, which is literally, I'm on the send Reddit as well. One of the publication is the Bureau breakdown for California, which feature all the information and time estimations.
You just shared the Reddit link?
Yeah.
Because we're gonna post it there.
It's already live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you scroll down a bit, you'll find a post from us. It's labeled War Gaming with mine and M on it. You should be able to find it, and it's a complete bureau breakdown of California with time estimations, with all the boosters you can get. Because Wichita is one of the boosters as well for the project. Non-obligatory, of course, it's an option. And yeah. But we had some pretty spicy games this stream. I don't know what's going on with me.
Yeah, because you just concentrate purely on the gameplay.
Probably.
Like it's not
we
meant
should do this more often.
No, it's not. Yeah, like honestly, I like this kind of style because we actually have quality content to show you guys. Because every time we both were playing and talking, like either mostly me, or Robin, totally. I will not say it, but we were totally.
We get salty.
Bad. Yeah.
We talk over each other.
Yeah.
Whatever. But so far it's been a great stream. We still have like a short hour to go before we need to.
Yeah, absolutely fine.
Call it. So I had questions. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lane.
I've been seeing a lot of requests to see the California.
Yes,
Okay.
please play the California.
Can we check the California? We can definitely check the California. Can we play it?
Yes, we can.
We can play the
Yeah,
California.
we can.
All right, perfect. All right. In that case, Tier 5 American battleship, California. Let's check the stats for a second. This is stock. No upgrades as far as I know. No upgrades. So, let me hide the UI. So, can you tell us a bit about the historical aspect of the California, Lane?
She's thick.
Well, let's start with that, I guess. You might notice that the California has a very similar hull to the Colorado and the New Mexico's, but it's
Just
been expanded a bit. It's thick. This is because at the start of World War II, California was at the very end and the most exposed battleship in Battleship Row. She was sunk by, I believe it was 2 torpedo hits and a bomb or two from the Japanese attack planes, and but the Navy put in a huge development effort to bring her back and put her back into service. So these expansions on the hull are part of that. California then saw service throughout the entirety of the Pacific, from early 1944, if I remember correctly, until the end of the war, and participated in the last battleship engagement in history, which pit the California and a bunch of other older American battleships against the Japanese battleship Yamashiro during the Battle of Leyte Gulf.
All right. So the hull we're seeing currently is basically a refit after she got essentially sunk.
She's so thick.
Interesting. Yeah, she is. She is really thick. And she's slow. Let's check at the stats for a second, if we can have a review. So at Tier 5, you start up with almost 60k HP, which is substantial, I would say. Your armor layout is the classic all or nothing, with ranges going all the way up to 457 millimeter, which is kind of mental if you think about it. That's a very thick plating for tier 5. I think ships like Yamato have like 400 millimeter of Citadel belt armor, and this thing gets like an additional ranging. Also, if you notice, the torpedo damage reduction is 40%, which is nothing to scoff at. Gun-wise,
That's a figure
that's
boy.
Chris is laughing like ever since we were showcasing the California. Chris,
No,
has
I'm
been
so
laughing.
sorry because I have to laugh when Prince Blip is talking about historical aspects, because it's very interesting, and then I just have to, because internally we make a lot of not jokes about the California, but I'm not a fan of this whole dreadnought, the dreadnought class battleships like the New Mexico, and the Colorado. I'm more like of the South Dakota and North Carolina class, but the California is just beautiful and thick.
I think she's a good looking ship, and she has lots of guns. 356 times 12 essentially, 30-second reload time. It's we'll just showcase some gameplay, but essentially she's a big, slow, heavy with lots of gun. Because her top speed is 20 knots, which is not something that is officially fast. It will get you around, but you won't race anyone, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We're going to pick a captain here, and I'm going to go probably Sim.
Reporting the stream for sexual content. Come on, Final. Come on.
So some people might wonder why the American ships are so slow until basically they get to the Iowa in game. The reasoning for that was that the U.S. Navy wanted to have a very homogeneous battle unit, so that all their ships from basically right around 1910 to 1923-ish, all of them went around 21 knots maximum. And so that was so that they could all be together at a similar speed, similar armament. And that was the core philosophy of that. Unfortunately, technology progressed ahead of them, and so they were a little bit behind the times.
Feels bad, man.
Yep.
I'm going to probably go... damage control, because I don't really need rudder, I don't really need any engine. So yeah, we got, let's just get ready. I'm gonna take it in standard, get ready. Double California, I see. All right. Let's do it. Double California. This is not historical, because I believe California was alone, right?
No, there were, she is a Tennessee class battleship. There was
Tennessee
one
class,
other.
roger that.
Although I don't think Tennessee got the same amount of refits California did. So
on the bright side, Robin can't spam HE now. You watch me. I'm gonna load HE just for you, Final Boss. I'm just gonna load HE just for you right here.
Damn.
No, of
That's
course.
a thick ass boy.
But if you paid attention during the gameplay of Dallas and Helena, I was getting fires, sure, but 75% of my shells were shatters. I was shattering on these battleships almost all the time. If I wasn't hitting the superstructure, no way I could have done any significant damage. Against cruisers, like when I was fighting the Grasse with the Dallas, I was penetrating the ship, that's normal. You know, same tier ships, they're gonna pen each other. But against BBs, these cruisers are gonna struggle if they are in open water against them. If they are really in open water, they don't have the armor to repel any caliber of AP, at least from battleships, and they don't really do any raw damage with HE on battleships. They just have a chance of setting fires essentially.
I saw your question already, Slisky, regarding the more localization options. I guess from the name you are having in Twitch, I think you are asking for Polish localization. From what I know, there's nothing planned on that right now. I know that we are working on other localizations, but I cannot disclose anything yet because once the development is done with it, we can give information, but there are other languages that we are working on right now. But I cannot say which one exactly because I don't want to raise your hopes unnecessarily and then something goes wrong, and localizations take a lot of time because, as you say, there is a lot of written things in the game. So once I can, we will disclose it, of course. Why was that not a devastating strike on that?
I just literally landed 5 overpens and I'm
6
already half
overpens.
HP because
I saw
I was
it. Don't lie.
broadside
Don't
to-
lie.
I was showing broadside to the entire enemy team. So
The good
no,
thing is-
not the way to go.
The good thing is, I'm watching now. I don't have to do anything, so I can be the annoying backseat gamer. But with the combined power of Grayskull,
Let's go, please.
let's go!
Oh, the overpen city, dude.
Oh, get good.
Feels American, dude. Definitely. Just
The Tennessee class did have the longer caliber 14-inch guns than, say, the Arizona, so they do have a little bit of a higher velocity.
oh, they had longer barrels. I see.
Yep. So these are 14-inch 50 guns. So
William, no, we didn't talk about. Oh, sorry, I have to learn not to interrupt you. Sorry, Lane.
no, you're fine.
It's
You're
just-
fine.
I always think like that you're ending and then something comes up, but yeah. No, I just saw one discussion point of William on YouTube saying, have we already talked about Kurfürst only having 5-kilometer secondaries? Yes, this is a balancing purpose because the main batteries are actually tweaked, and given the fact that the Kurfürst will have the best active armor in the game, having insanely powerful secondaries additionally would be a little bit too strong. In General Grievous, if you spam a little bit more code, then you won't be able to spam anything in the future. So I would highly suggest to not spam the chat. Thank you. I don't like banning people. But yeah. To be fair, I'm
I
struggling
start
to
with my
think of
little
stupid
eyes.
suggestions. Okay, if you post one more, then I will just ban you. I'm sorry. Okay. You don't hear, you get removed. See ya.
Namond is not doing good, isn't she?
Nope, she's
Okay,
not.
this ship is literally so far. With the
Yeah,
way
don't
I
worry,
handle
Kadar, I got you.
it, it's over.
I got you guys. I got you guys. I stopped the spamming. Some people don't learn. So, yeah, exactly. So uncivilized.
So uncivilized.
Oh, I'm keep meme shouting the microphone. Is it better now? I'm sorry. I checked the settings earlier, so
Oh, that's a secure. I'm sorry, Lane.
No, you're fine.
Legendary game in AI. I'm sorry, guys. We are not allowed.
Let's see if I can punish that Gnevny. He is rushing you. Let's make that torpedo belt work.
That's the plan.
I'll make the
Also,
wrong turn, Gnevny.
I've also got
he's
the mean
he's turning
secondary
the wrong
bolt,
way.
so-
Oh, he's turning my way. Come on, make that turn, Gnevny. Go ahead.
He's being smart. He's
Yeah,
smart.
he is. He's actually staying right. I'm sorry, Lane. I don't have the angle on him yet.
Yeah, he's got- yeah,
Can we expect more Twitch
Crap.
drops or Twitch Prime loot in the future? Not only Twitch Prime loot in the future.
Oh,
That's something
nice.
it's way too early to to tell.
You survived.
There is nothing. There is nothing currently in the works. The Twitch Prime loot was the first. Collaboration, I would say. Well, not really collaboration. It's more like a free offer. So let's see how it will work in the future. What is the secondary range of California,
It's
Robin?
gonna be 5 kilometers stock.
5-kilometer stock.
Ah, Warspite is
it-
so agile.
I think I have mine built up to 6.4, but that was
Yeah, I mean, I have the secondary module as well because the alternative is extra traverse, which this
Yeah.
ship could actually use.
Sorry, Marius. I'm not trying to ignore you. It's rather hard to follow. We have like more chats to follow, so.
Not sure what dispenser color's doing, but it's probably going to get overpenned anyway. Oh my goodness.
Can you elaborate the economy change in this update, the 50% spread across? You mean the removing of the base XP bonus of premium ships and being literally added to the bonus of yeah, okay. So the idea behind it was that having the premium ship XP bonus fixed to the ship gave people an advantage. I would say not really, like an advantage in ranked battles, especially because premium ships earn more base XP, so the outcome was higher than, I would say, a ship with the same result. So that would mean that the person on the losing team that had the highest base XP with the premium ship would keep the star, and the tech tree ship with the same result but not having the premium status would not have the same amount of base XP after the battle. So that was the reason why it was swapped and removed from the ship itself to an additional boost. So that was the reason behind it.
Here we go.
It's a little bit of a tongue twister.
I believe the calculations do come out to be...
Yeah, the calculations...
They come out the same or a minor buff. So, if I remember correctly.
I plead the fifth, which is a very interesting name. You should rewatch the stream. You came a little bit late to the party, but yes, World of Warships Legends will be available on PS5 sooner or later. We are currently in development.
Currently steaming at a blazing 19 knots. Choo-choo right now. Alright. So I think this thing will be nice at engaging battleships because you won't overpen, but almost all the cruisers I shot was overpens after overpens.
Robin.
Yes.
Robin.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is your favorite ship?
My favorite ship?
Yeah.
Charles Martel.
Charles Martel?
Charles
Can
Martel.
you please elaborate why this is the case?
It asks you to hone as much cruiser skills as possible. That implicates positioning, aiming, dodging shells, selecting your targets correctly, and being opportunistic. And the ship is literally built for this. It's fast. It has highly potent gun with good range and extremely strong stopping power with HE and AP. It looks fantastically good. It has torpedoes. It has a heel now. It can go over 40 knots. It can chase down destroyers. And it can get ruined by battleships if you make a mistake, which any cruiser should. So, yeah, that's why I like the ship.
Yep.
Mr. Blip.
My favorite ship has got to be the Dunkirk. Just because I personally think the French forward-firing ship designs are very, very good looking, as well as the Dunkirk itself seems to be in a really, really nice spot where you have good trade-offs to get a little bit of speed and that forward-firing armament. It's just very well-rounded and very, very good looking.
That's 2 French ships in a row for you guys. So, Christian, what is your favorite ship?
That's a very okay. So the people that know me from PC know that it is the Yamato, just because I have over 1,000 battles in it, and I played it excessively in every single tournament over the past years. When it comes to visually appealing, I am a huge fan of the German ships, especially Bismarck, not only because of the looks. In my opinion, the German ships are one of the best looking ships. Just take a look at the Scharnhorst or
I would tend to agree.
You have no right in judging the German ships here, okay?
How come? I have all the rights possible.
No, but when it comes to the looking, it's for me Tirpitz and Bismarck. I just love the history behind it. And but if I not only take ships that are on Legends into account...
Well, you have to.
I know.
Let's go off script, it's fine.
But, like, I am a huge fan of the Gascogne because it has the double 4 turret layout. I like the secondary build that was on PC. So I'm sorry, I'm out of this game. But either that, yeah, Yamato probably on Legends. Like simple, plain, simple. Yamato is one of my all-time favorite ships.
And I can understand why.
Yeah, well,
she kind of represent the allegory of what a battleship is, because she is vulnerable as much as she is extremely freaking dangerous, and that's the trade-off. We're gonna do one more game with California, then we may be able to do like one last game with Ragnarok or Ignis.
Yeah, let's play them
just to showcase the voice lines, because they are really good, and. Then we'll wrap up. What's my first impression of the California? I've already played the ship a bunch, and I think it's gonna... Okay, I'm not the right person to ask because I'm not a battleship main in Legend. I mean, even on PC, battleships are not my things. I have played them a bunch, and I have enjoyed my time with them, but if I had to choose between all 3 classes, I wouldn't pick battleship as the first. I'm not a huge fan of the... being that massive target that can't really avoid damage and takes time to position, and every time you miss a salvo, which I tend to do a lot, then you have to wait between 20 and 30 seconds to do it again. But initial thoughts on the California, I think she's going to be a very fun support ship to just hang out with, and if we can absolutely ruin this Ismail showing us broadside, I will be very happy. And lots of guns, so... Yeah,
double Citadel!
More, give me more!
Oh, let's go!
So, alright, I love
Let's go.
battleships. Battleships are the best class in the game.
Meanwhile, 12
You freaking
shatters.
hypocrite!
12 shatters and no fires.
You winning team joiner. Let's go with
That
battleships.
was 35,000 on this poor guy.
Yeah, he doesn't have that much.
I
to
am
talk
so
about.
sorry, Ismail.
Is it?
Oh my
yeah. Come on, give him
gosh.
another one. Oh, he's
I
behind.
can't.
Meanwhile,
We
12,
got a
12,
buy-in coming.
12 shatters.
You got 12 shatters?
12 shatters, no fires.
Wait,
Which ship are you playing again?
Dallas.
Oh, I was about
okay,
to say,
yeah.
God damn, what? That was kind of funny. If I need to brawl with that buy-in, I will. Because I have the... Oh, hello, what's that? Helena, okay.
Will crossover events like Azure Lane ever do a rerun? So, things about collaborations is always a two-sided thing. It's not only what we want, it's what the benefit for the other company is. If the collaboration was good, there is possibility for future collaborations, which is just, makes sense. It's like business point of view. So it is very possible that collaborations you saw in the past will make a return, but this is not something that is up to us. So if they come in the future, we will of course make an announcement. But there is no information that we can disclose now. So, unfortunately.
Okay. I wish I had the audio. Oh, please, Dunkirk. I don't want to hurt you too hard. All right, that's fine. That's a bit underwhelming, but we'll take it. But that's my opinion. I think California's fun, and a lot of players would actually love it, because she has similar traits with the Arizona. She has the same amount of guns, probably the same reload. Arizona's faster, but overall, kind of similar. Please go forward, Elena. Yes.
That's a word you're not gonna. That's something you're not gonna hear very much. Arizona is faster than something, but
Yeah,
it
here
is
we go.
faster than the California.
There is one thing that people were asking a lot since the update was live, but this is something I leave up to you, like not us to answer. Why are there UFOs in the port? So that's something. If I get some good guesses, then please post them now. Is this going to be a Citadel or is the
No,
it's just,
I think at this range I'm
yeah,
actually
you just
overpenning her.
Yeah, you're overpenning the Citadel from this range. I mean, the Helena is literally just paper on the side.
I want to see if I can get a bit of an angle, but I should be able to just go right through that little.
And finally, stop asking about the unsinkable Sam. God damn it!
the
We
problem-
will not bring a
Here we
cat
go.
as a commander.
The problem with Unsinkable Sam too is that we can't entirely confirm that story is real.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic story but we don't know if it's 100% true.
Exactly. It's claimed that the cat was on several different ships. There are several different cats as stories from different ships. So there are too many different stories to know if they are true or not. So yeah.
I'm just gonna head in these battleship builds and just cause some mayhem here. It's gonna be pretty.
Running mad, larger divisions have been considered. Full team of 9 playing tactically would be cool. Yeah, this is called clan battles. And it might come in the future at some point, once clan battles or clan feature is introduced. That was answered by our development director earlier. Cat or Riot? No. Where is Habakkuk? Honestly, Habakkuk is something that I would like to see, but would be probably only possible as a operation / scenario PvE. I would love to see like a PvE event where you have to attack the Habakkuk, for example, as the Axis, and destroy it, and it's been escorted by a lot of ships like Vanguard and the Nelson and a lot of cruisers, Belfast, and you have to destroy all the ships. That would be mwah.
Ismail, I punished you once. I can punish you again.
What did you do?
I just finished him off.
Come on.
With the front guns. Okay, that normally can't rotate all the guns, so I am going to keep broadside here. It's okay.
Is the update fixed? It could not be downloaded on the update this morning. So I'm having personally PS4 in the office. I had no problems of installing the update right away. So you might want to check it again. And yeah. I've read what I meant about missions, things like protect the... this question was already answered, SciTech. It's... If we look at this, probably late second part of 2021. So there are no immediate plans on operations / scenarios, like even especially protect Operation Raptor or these kind of missions. That's, yeah.
Oh, almost. I'll let you pick that up. Nice. Now, what do we have to fight? That Dunkirk Bowen may be an issue. Oh, yeah, they're all coming back around. New Mexico, too.
Yikes.
Yeah, this could be problematic, but, at this point, let's just head in. I'm on a tank, these guys. I'm very healthy. Let's see if I can punish this Normandy as hard as I can. Now, she's a French battleship. Her citadel is kind of hard to reach. Oh, boy, here we go. Let's go. Yeah, that's half her HP. Yeah, this is where the ship is going to be strong. Punishing other BBs. Because the grouping is very nice. I need to focus that Pensacola, though. But I am going to tank a fair amount and showcase that this thing, while angled, is very, very strong. Full Normandy salvo. Let's see how much we take here. 3k. Alright, well, that's actually alright. I'll take it. Dunkirk is looking at... I don't know who.
Any plans for ranked reward ships? No.
Now we got a DD. Yeah, we got a DD. What DD is that? Gnevny. I'm not too scared of him.
Can we get English dubs for Azure Lane Girls? Do you mean the quick commands or the voice lines itself? Because if you're looking for voice lines, for example, then we will have this kind of chat log for the quick commands, so you can see the actual.
I'll let you finish
commands.
New Mexico if you can.
Yep.
I got a Gnevny rushing me. Can you finish the Gnevny instead? So sorry.
Yep.
I'm gonna turn the guns on the Dallas here.
Okay. So guys, I have something very special for you.
I just got massacred.
I have something special for you. I'm sharing a link now in the social medias where you can leave your PSN ID or Xbox gamertag. Can you just share it on Mixer, please? Because I don't have the Mixer chat open. Robin?
Hold on, I'm in the middle of a fight here, mate. I'll let you do it, actually.
Yeah, I cannot because I don't have the chat open. That's.
Alright, hold on. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can just hurt that Pensacola. This is that Dallas. This is my last salvo anyway. Maybe not my last actually, but I'll see.
This
Can I
is like
show
a
up?
very specific
Oh,
thing from
very
Robin. Every time he
nice.
thinks he's dead, he's saying like, "I'm dead."
No, but I got a permanent on fire with 5,000
I'm dead
and
now. No,
repairs,
I'm dead.
No, the Pensacola will finish me off. 100%. Yeah, GG. Well, there was 157k damage.
So
I'll take it.
there is a link in the Twitch chat. Can you please share that to Mixer?
The Facebook link?
No, the social man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
We'll
So this
start
is
on dead.
yeah. This is a link provided us from our nice social media manager, Calypso, because we are giving away a full pack of Warhammer Commander and ship. So one Arthas and the Ragnarok, and one Justinian Leon and Ignus Pogazio.
Pay attention, guys.
So if you put in your PSN ID at the end of the stream, it's just a quick short thing for the people that did not only stay for the Q&A session. And we will draw the winner at the end of the stream. It's a very quick thing at the end. So only the most dedicated people are in this giveaway. And okay, what else do you want to say with ship, except the legendaries? Except the legendaries, what ship do they want to see you play? This was a question.
They wanted to see Ragnarok and Ignis Purgatio.
Yeah, let's show them then.
I can do one game with Ragnarok. Why not? Do I have the? I have the ship. Yes. Let me get the commander so we get the voice line. Oh, that guy is not leveled up at all. How far can I level him? Let's see. Oh well, I can pretty much. Let's put him to Legendary 2, level 16. I can't put him further than the Legendary 1 anyway. So.
What is the link? It's a giveaway, guys. You just put in your PSN ID. It's from us, and you can enter your nickname, especially for the people, for the peeps on YouTube. So just put in your PSN ID or gamer tag, and yes.
Sure. Let's showcase the special trait. I wouldn't pick it myself because I think that the plus 25% damage to basically superstructure, bow and stern is just too much. It's like literally plus 1/4 damage. It's massive. So personally, I wouldn't take it, but for the sake of the stream, I'll showcase the special trait.
Also, guys, shout information. We will probably announce it during the week, but we will have another stream this Friday. It's very something else. There will be no special announcement or anything. It was just a community stream with Robin, me, and Lane. We will talk a little bit about the current update because we didn't have that much time today. So we will focus on the ships on next Friday, and we will play ships like Monaghan and Flint, and gonna show you these ones. So wait for the announcement and tune in on Friday. And yeah, well, Tala, that's something you have to find out yourself. When did we confirm carriers? Did we confirm carriers?
Oh. Don't worry, guys. If you the timestamp, I don't have the timestamp right now, but it's on the first 30-40 minutes of the stream. You'll find Kirill answering about CVs because we asked that question almost straight off the bat.
Sylvanas
So-
is better than Arthas. You write Arthas in that context with an A, and I don't know. Arthas is better.
Oh, I don't have the. Yeah, let's get the Boop Troop flag. I don't have
The Boop Troop?
flag. Yeah, let's get the Boop Troop flag. All right.
Explain to people what the Boop Troop
All
flag
right.
is.
So the Boop Troop flag is. It is a super tester flag essentially, because our super testers are warm-heartedly called Boop Troop. There are Boop Troop because Boop and Oleg, and if you don't get that reference, it's okay. It's fine. It's completely normal, and I won't divulge why.
older than Robin is in the team.
Just give your explanation.
No, so from the old alpha test, there was this inside joke of having this Boop and Oleg answer because Oleg is Phil's most favorite ship. And we also, and we also had this this personification of Phil being an Oleg because of his beard and his hair, and yeah, this is like how the boop and the answer from Phil came with Oleg. So this is something that goes back into the alpha time, the alpha tester stage, and we adapted that for our super test and called it the boop troop. So that's why we have the boop troop flag now, finally.
I don't unfortunately have the audio of the game, but you guys will definitely have the voice line. I mean, hopefully. Oh boy.
Yeah, you
Let me
should.
check. Voiceover mode national.
No,
That should give
you
it
need to put it on common.
common
Yes.
to have the Warhammer.
Yes.
All right. Here we go. So we should have the right voiceovers now.
Yeah.
If you guys don't get the line, tell me and I'll tweak the
Will we
settings.
ever get Dasha as an announcement girl? That's not up to us. She is neck deep in PC production, and that's already taking a lot of time. And yeah, blood for the blood god. Fun fact, I have the phone number
Can
of
we
Dasha.
get additional callouts? Oh, you mean from the wheel? That's the question I think got asked to Kirill. I'm not sure. But when it comes to communication, and especially the pizza here, we do have something in the rope to implement communication between teammates within the game. We can't say when, we can't say how. But
Well, we did already.
Yeah, that's definitely something which is in the
We'll be
ropes.
coming with, I think,
More callouts. He said
Yeah.
hands as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, there will be a whole rework of the communication wheel, and
essentially, yeah.
as soon as we can share detailed pictures, maybe on how it will look like, we will make, of course, this.
Oh yes, Pensacola.
Please don't add ship horns ever. Well, final. Feels bad. We will. Just make TK your announce girl. Just need some cute outfits.
Let's get in there.
Yeah.
Lane.
No, thank you.
Let's get in there.
Yeah. Like, we want people to watch the video, you know? You don't want me having an announcement girl being half naked. Like, seriously, you don't want to see that.
That's a lot of salvos coming in. I got the
Got
Pensacola.
Pepsi. Nice.
Nice. Alright, let's get in there. I
That's
wonder what
fine.
the voice line is for this. There's a queen. That I don't know why the queen is scarier. Yeah, because hard hitting 380 millimeters. Let's focus the queen if you want.
Okay.
She's showing us broadside, so let's see if we can punch that back with some 410 millimeter guns.
No,
Yep.
we're not going to consider buffing the Baltimore right now because she's in a very good spot. And don't forget that the Baltimore has the super heavy AP compared to Wichita, which she does not have. So, not necessary to
I'm taking,
buff
I'm
that.
taking a lot of damage here, Lane. I may
Yeah.
need you to...
TK hasn't sung yet this stream.
yeah, well, I'm gone.
Good to you.
Wow,
Good for you.
alright. So...
What happened there?
Colorado, plus I basically got massively hit by the Queen Elizabeth. She did like 11k on me. And then she hit me for another 11k in Colorado from here. Just finished me off because he has 4 or 6mm guns and overmatches me.
So does that mean that you're overcommitted?
I did, definitely. I mean, I'm in a Ragnarok. I should be getting in there, but hey. I killed the Pensacola. I'll take it. It's completely fine. Let's spectate.
Can you guys give it a try to flint a new announced destroyer on Friday? Yeah, Wichita is... Wichita is 27mm as well? Or 20?
Yes, 27
she's
deck,
27.
bow stern.
Wasn't sure about that, so
Yeah,
I'd rather
she's
ask someone
27
who has
overall.
who knows it.
Oh, here we go. A proper brawl. Oh, she's not even going for you.
No, she gave up.
She's hitting the Fiji instead.
No, now she's looking.
Bliff, it's your time to shine.
Easy.
What?
Yeah, well,
Oh my God.
that's probably overpens, but
Take me down.
she can't turn the guns in time anyway. And the Fiji will probably kill that.
There you go.
Ooh, the
There you go,
the
tactic.
AP secondary is going to work here. May actually give you a kill.
No. Mm-mm.
Don't jinx it. If
I
they keep
always-
penning the... Here we go. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, hey, Belfast.
Oh, hey, Belfast. Oh, hi,
Oh,
Mark.
hey, Colorado. Oh, man. You're in...
Front guns are loaded. Give me
That
one.
Belfast isn't doing any damage to you. She should be loading AP, to be fair.
Can you explain why you refuse to transfer progress from one account to another owned account by the same person? Because it's bound to the PlayStation ID or the Xbox gamer tag. So, if you lose your account, because we had this topic in the past that people got banned because they misbehaved and they get banned from PlayStation or Xbox, it's their fault. So it's not up to us. It's... yeah. So... don't blame us for that. If you lose your account because of this kind of misbehavior,
Oh boy.
I say it, and I say it more than 1,000 times. We don't support this kind of behavior. So, yeah.
Oh boy.
This is not going to go well.
This Colorado will finish.
Oh, yep.
It is.
I didn't realize that was a Colorado until
Well, he
tonight.
does have 16-inch guns that don't mess around at this range, so...
Yeah, I just wanted to say you will never get banned for no reason. Exactly, SciTech. Like, seriously, to lose your Xbox, your Microsoft, or your PlayStation account, you really need to screw
You have
up.
to cross some lines.
I mean, there are several steps in line for you to get banned for a period, like 1 day, 3 days, 7 days. But getting suspended for lifetime, that's something... woof. I'm not sure if you want to be in a multiplayer game then. But
so
yeah.
we got time for one last game essentially.
Yeah.
Let me actually show you guys one thing you can actually unlock.
Someone told me
during
that you
this
can
update.
recover one premium ship a year. Is that true? Yes. It's not only one premium ship. Like you can have one. So if you, for example, accidentally sold a premium ship, which you should never do, by the way, then I had the case as well that dads contacted me and said like, hey, what can I do? My kid went to the PlayStation and sold 3 ships. Is there any chance? Is there any way? Yes, there is. So you can do that once per year. You can recover as many ships as you want during this one time. But you have to have the full credit value as, you know, in your account. So if you sell a ship, for example, for 8 million credits, you will have to have 16 million credits to buy it back. And this is specifically important for premium ships like Tier 7, Tier Pits, Alabama, whatever. You can sell them, I think, for 11.5 or 12.5 million doubloon credits, and you have to have 25 million credits in your account to get it back. So if you, for example, want to get 3 premium ships back, you need to have the credit value for all 3 ships. But for that, you just need to go to our support page, choose the platform that you're on, PlayStation or Xbox, and open a ticket and explain to the customer support, hey, I need this and this back. I have the credits. Can you do that? And they will do it.
So which ship should we play for the last game, guys? We have 10 minutes left.
Ignis. You played the Ragnarok. How about the Ignis?
I played the Ragnarok. Lane played the Ignis.
Yeah, it's a different captain, different voice line.
We could play Ignis. Why not?
I mean, it's up to you.
No, it's fine.
I
can have
don't
maybe a
think you
better
have the
game.
Flint or Monaghan on your account because I didn't think about that. But we will prepare that for Friday,
Let me
guys.
check. No, because...
No.
Well, you're saying no, but...
Yeah.
No, I don't have it.
Menacing said play Mikasa, but I vetoing that.
Play Mikasa.
I don't have it. So
No. You don't want to...
Not during a stream.
No.
So, yeah, sorry. Ignis Purgatio. It's gonna be right here. Yoink. Assign commander. I want to go with... Oh. What am I doing? Can't go
Would it
with
not
Sim.
be the best to have the buyback as the buyback set as the price you received? No, because we don't want people to sell their accounts over, sell their ships over and over again, to receive 12.5 million and then buy it back for 12.5 million credits, because that is just, where's the point? Like, you know, we don't want people to abuse this kind of mechanic. So having to buy it back for double the price you're selling is, you need to think about that. 0 interest credit loan. Yeah.
Let's get this guy as an inspiration. Since we have a fighter on the Ignis Purgasio. Let's put some boosters. Let's put some flags, but we don't really have anything fitting, so boop ship again. And upgrade wise, sure, secondary batteries. Let me take damage control and target acquisition system. All right.
Yeah,
ready.
that might be the case that Sony said it's the progress is saved on our servers and they can't do anything, but the Wargaming account is bound to the PSN ID. So that means if the PSN ID is banned, the whole account is banned. So this is not something we cannot circumvent.
To stop you there, he's saying that his credit card is locked on his account, not that it is banned because he moved continents. I had this case happen. I had to speak with PlayStation in order to get my credit card unlocked so that I could use that account. If that helps. I'm not sure.
Well, that is then Sony issue, not our issue. Yes. I'm sorry, but this is not something we don't have anything to do with payments or anything, because everything is being settled over the platform itself. So Microsoft and Sony.
Can we get to a more end stream topic?
Yeah, well, this is important if people
important,
have this issue, but it's not right to blame us if we don't have any control over the accounts that are sorted out by the platforms itself. Like, don't get me wrong, I would like to help you, but it's not something we can do. So, yeah.
So can we expect in the future when you get, for example, 2 million Elite XP, you get a mission with a perma camo for that ship? That's a suggestion that got forwarded a few times. Players who actually amass Elite XP for specific ships want to be rewarded, like, hey, look, you've been playing that ship for a while, here's a perma camo, or here's a flag, or whatnot. We're considering the option, though unlikely for permanent camouflages, because the way we're introducing camouflage are not the way we want. I mean, it's not along with the suggestion. It's not the way we want to implement them. So essentially, oh boy, can I?
Oh boy. Oh, can you shoot between the islands, please? Tell me.
I don't think. I think that guy's much
not
faster.
enough. Nah,
yeah, I
the
thought he
lead
was
is not
slowing
enough.
down. But it's okay.
I just want to jump in are you on your topic right now?
Yeah. So basically, the suggestion is heard. We are considering it, but for now, we don't really have any strong plans about it.
So our fairy in the back sent me 2 names, one for PlayStation, one for Xbox. The winners for the Warhammer 40k bundles.
Jesus, I need to start.
So the winner for PlayStation is Faro __ Fictitio. I will just share them in the chats. And the Xbox winner is Insanus Regem. So, is there anybody here that is called like this? You misspelled broke one. So here are the winners.
Man, I don't know. I don't know if I never played Nagato before, but the amount of damage I took while I was angled is very scary. I'm already half HP, and I'm not even sure what happened.
Yeah, Nagato is very squishy because it's not especially thick armor and it's distributed. So
like even when angled, I still got 11k by an Alabama, like just completely neutral. I need to, that's also why I don't like playing BBs. It's because you mess up your angling just like that, and that's it. You can just say rip HP. It's okay.
I lost like half of my HE from King George.
Oh really? I think the Alabama is. Yeah, okay. that was actually 11k on this Atago, around that. I think the Alabama has a 0 on us.
Oh yeah.
And she hits like a truck.
Nah, well, 406mm overmatches you literally from everywhere. You're
not everywhere, but
well, you're 25mm everywhere.
Not everywhere. But I get the point. Don't worry about it.
Well, your butt is getting overmatched anyway, so
I am definitely. Okay, couple of pens on this Gattuso.
Not your new winners.
Whoa, are you already out?
Yeah, the Alabama got me.
Damn, Daniel. Okay. Yeah, this is. Oh yeah, she is as well hitting me. Ouch. Wow, just wow. Yeah, that Alabama is just ruining us. That Alabama is ruining us. She did another, I don't know, 20k again. Well.
Yeah, the 406mm hurts like a truck.
Sure is squishy, this ship. 10 out of 10 would not shoot at this again.
You can still angle in the Nagato? Yes, you can, but the problem is that
the overmatch quite heavily.
And the problem is the 406mm overmatch is still the deck from everywhere. So
I mean, the guns are fairly accurate. Yeah, another 11k on the Kutuzov. The guns are accurate and they hit hard, but
yep,
you gotta play this thing. I think you gotta spec this thing at range and play it at range. Like the second I pushed, I got mauled.
Yeah, that's the same thing here. It's
like,
definitely
really hurt.
Yeah, it seems to be similar to the German ships in a way, in that you take a lot of penetration damage, but not
penetration.
So many
yes, but
citadels.
that was literally citadels like a few times just for that, just from that.
I mean, it is closer to a battle cruiser than to a battleship.
I would agree, but I always forget it's a Nagato.
Yeah, it is the Nagato. It's the same.
Nagato, I would remember that this thing is not cut out for tanking, but
nope.
Oh, and this flank is now completely open. All right. Oh, and I'm showing broadside to everyone. Don't hurt me.
No, Skynet bots did not win the giveaway. We, of course, checked them if they are existent players in our game and if they are active, so everything is good, guys. These winners are legit. Don't worry.
This looks like good dispersion. I am going to pop the plane, see if I can get the kill here. Yes, beautiful.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was 6,000 penetration damage.
I saw the grouping and I was like, I'm just securing this. Now that DD is going to hunt me. So I am just gonna run and just, it's the only destroyer left in their team. So if I can keep him away from the cap, I will happily do it.
Travis Kyle, that should be in the game. If you buy from the in-game store a ship for doubloons and you already have it because you got it from a crate, you get credits compensation. Not doubloons. Will there ever be Supertest, new Supertest application period? Surely there will be. Of course. But we will do the same... like the same application process as always. We will have a questionnaire, and if people fail to answer the question correctly or miss certain questions that are part of the secret test questions, yeah, then we will not take them into consideration. Live testing is something else. Live testing is something that I want for a long time already. BSOD, just please don't make any jokes. You are a super tester already. And live testing is something that I want to see in a long time.
This game.
But it's a little bit more complicated because if these test ships break an account, because we would need to use live accounts on the live server, and if something would happen to this account, it would be lost. So that's why we are very careful, slowly but surely testing on our own if this works, and if it does, if we are confident enough that nothing will happen to the tester's account, because just keep in mind they will use their live accounts, and if nothing happens, then we oh please, oh he's turning in.
Nah. Oh, and a double fire threat from the King George. Yeah, this is GG.
I don't even think
Not a fan of either Nagato play or battleships play in general.
Fun fact: I don't even think that was the King George, because the King George salvo just came in with AP. That was the Kutuzov.
It's okay. Well, folks, you know, battleships. Nope. For me, at least.
Some folks could use an in-game tutorial. There is an explanation from our development director earlier on why this is not a feature.
Next time we'll have Christian play BBs instead, because that was terrible.
So regarding the winners, they will receive their ships tomorrow. Yeah. Well, that was a nice stream. I hope you. A lot of stuff. Yeah, it was. We covered a lot, and keep in mind we stream on Friday again, probably same time. We will make an announcement as soon as we can, and then we're gonna cover Monaghan and Le Flint. Yes. So if you want to see these ships, then please tune in. It was a lot of information. Please leave us feedback wherever you want on Facebook, Reddit, Discord, Twitter, Instagram, on how you like this kind of. How do you like this kind of? Lane, can you help me?
I can't think of what you're trying to say.
Damn it, it's so hard.
This kind of stream?
No, not this kind of stream, but this kind of layout. No, not layout. Format. Yes, thank you. How you like this kind of format? So we know for ourselves because if you don't like it, or it's not always easy to get the development director at hand to give us an hour, but he likes to do it. So if you guys like that we do it, we can get him back in like maybe 3 or 4 months when it makes sense, because as I said, you cannot do that every week.
But yeah, for those who are coming in late, stay tuned. We will release all the questions answered by Kirill in a separate texted FAQ, along with more stuff, less stuff. We'll see. We'll share the links on our socials, so stay tuned for that. But YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, thank you guys for being here during the entire time. We had some good numbers tonight, and it was very fun hanging out. At least I had fun. And I hope you guys as well had fun too.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, it's very relaxing to focus on you guys and on your questions and have quality gameplay, because Robin can focus actually on the gameplay.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Maybe we can do it at some point. Turn it around, but yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I will just go here back to the social distancing. The social distancing thing. And Lane, do you have anything to say in the no? No. Okay. So Lane doesn't like you. No, but yeah. No, but guys, have a nice have a nice evening. Keep lookout for the announcement for Friday's stream, and see you then, guys. Bye-bye.
Take it easy. Bye.